week we will be finally doing the Grand Battle of Cold Harbor, or at least part of it, the first day at least. We've got 2 full corps to go in with initially, and then a reinforcement corps of another 15 brigades to back us up on the second day. Armory-wise, cleaned out everything that I care about, especially the artillery. We've got a lot of howitzers still left in reserve for new units. Barracks, nothing really interesting. And career points, side battle points are going into logistics still, whereas main battle points go into economy, because then I buy up all the guns right after they become available again. So... Battle of Cold Harbor. After the Battle of Gettysburg, our army in Virginia has been gradually giving ground to defend against the aggressive strategic maneuvers of Ulysses S. Grant, the newly appointed General-in-Chief of all Union armies. Grant's army enjoys immense reserves, and his goal is to destroy our army and lay siege to the city of Richmond. Despite our successes, we cannot match the Union's superiority in manpower and weapons. Our forces are stretched thin to guard the borders, and we can use only 3 corps to hold the northern roads to Richmond. Grant tries to swing around our right flank by ordering Sheridan's cavalry to secure the crossroads at Old Cold Harbor, about 10 miles east of Richmond. Union cavalry has built breastworks, and now both armies begin to shift their formations toward these roads. Actually, I'm going to switch, go put First Corps there, because the right flank's going to get hit harder. Yeah, so historically, this actually ends up being a Union defeat, sort of. They crash into the Confederate defenses. It's a really bloody fight. They lose something like 2-1 men, and then it's artillery and snipers picking off units for another few days after that, and then they eventually end up withdrawing. I say technically because this is starting to get late enough in the war that the Confederacy really just can't afford to take losses in terms of men, and there were still a lot of men killed on the Confederate side. So yeah, my hope, so you notice we get reinforcements tomorrow with that reinforcement 3rd Corps that I set up. I intend to just sit here on day 1, sit in the fortifications. This is again late enough in the war, the fortifications matter. Sit in the fortifications, just defend, do nothing else. If the fortifications are even in bad or dumb spots, I'll pull back and then try to ninja caps later. Later on, it's something like the main defensive lines should be around here and then here. Historically, the center of the Union ends up pulling back and wandering off and doing something else, and their defensive lines are here and something like up here, something along those lines. So I assume that I'm going to have to attack, so I'm either going to go detach units to walk up the center and then flank around to the left side and to the right side, or do a big flanking attack all the way around. Either way, you can't, as we saw during my last side battle, you can't attack fortifications head-on anymore, or even the battle before that, which I had a message recording on. You just can't do it. The fortifications are too strong. You just get shot to pieces. I've got a fair amount of artillery coming in. Hopefully that'll make a difference. The Union Army is shifting to our right while we defend the roads that lead to our capital. The enemy is already building trenches near Bethesda Church, up to this section. Sheridan's cavalry has captured Old Cold Harbor crossroads, and now, from this position, the Yankees are threatening to advance to Richmond. They are currently building breastworks to secure their new attack base. We've responded by maneuvering our forces to defend new Cold Harbor crossroads. We've entrenched further northeast. Our new breastworks extend to Walnut Grove Road, up to Old Church Road, blocking all main roads to Richmond. We have to hold and not allow Grant's army to break our defenses. Sheridan's cavalry controls the old Cold Harbor road junction and has prepared breastworks to defend it. We have a chance to attack and capture it before their infantry corps begin to arrive. We could claim a victory early on. Yeah, that's crazy talk. We are also entrenching and we must protect our defenses or else the battle will be lost prematurely. Whole new... Okay, so these are all of... Yeah, okay. We can hold our defenses and take Magnolia Woods or Shady Grove Road or Old Cold Harbor, Bethesda Church, or Beulah Church. So this is either left side or right side, I think. I don't understand. These are the same. Oh, lose less than 40% of your army. Okay. So yeah, as I thought, even to get a draw, you have to push them off. Fantastic. So these are the best defenses here. Some okay ones down here. Can probably ignore this one, honestly. I want to get guys. So these are interesting. This is the kind of thing where you may just want to make a business decision and say you don't want to defend this. Compact your lines further and just and hold it here. You'll draw them in anyway. They can't take these fortifications, or even if they can, it's facing their own way, so it doesn't buy them anything. And it keeps your lines more compact. It means your artillery doesn't have to spread out as more. Your lines of supply are just better. And because I use combined divisions, I just don't really have enough effective brigades to even sit out here. So, just something to avoid. This is day 1. So, I don't believe that it makes sense to attack this early on. So I'm scouting around. You can see the fortifications extend all the way around here. Up to here, up to here. There's nothing doing here. If I had to attack, I would probably go straight in on the woods here, I think. But even so, as I said, either that or I'd maneuver in and then run like 3 units of into melee here. And that gets around, and then you can take this entire flank. But this VP is still kind of within range of here, so you have to do the same thing again over here. It's messy. I probably want to wait until get a couple units of cavalry to charge into melee like that, and you use up the cavalry effectively. I think I showed that off last battle, but that's what you have to do. More importantly, I've got units to deploy. So yeah, I'm not going anywhere. I'm not attacking first up, so first div and yep, 2 divisions right here. I think this will be put them on the flanks, I think. Put the divisions on the flanks. Put these guys in the center. And we'll just hold here, I think. I'd really like to get my snipers out, but it's I think more important to have my artillery already in place here. Yeah, don't defend this. I'm just gonna hold here. Which is gonna be problematic later. But for now, hold here. So I'm gonna be forced to, I think, defend here to prevent these guys from getting flanked, because otherwise they can come straight in if I don't block this. And they get around behind these guys, that's gonna be a problem. But that's for later in the battle. I'd really like to get one of my snipers up to just start working them over early. So what do I have for... That's probably okay. You shift over here, pull the snipers. I'm gonna have the snipers just kind of walking around and just taking a look. 1, 2, 3 barricades, and then a combined division here. I think that'll be okay. And then we'll keep another skirmisher just kind of hanging out here just to provide some fire. You go here, and then you go here. This should be okay. Okay, pause. Yep, 1, 2, 3. Detach. Combine. I could. That'd be really dumb, but I could. And just get them scouting out. Just want to take a look. Yeah, I don't buy that for a second. We're gonna get up there, and then they're just gonna murder us. It's dumb. Don't do this. Oh, there actually are earth fortifications. That's interesting. Usually I don't like them. This is actually okay. I might pull them back slightly, but this is actually okay. Yeah, that's done. Nice, good commanding position here, and we're just going to let them run into my guns. Have them out here just as insurance. Yeah, and that's why you don't attack. Yeah, line of sight on anything. Yeah, they take a full sniper volley in the end. Okay, nope. And I probably could have run those guys over, but nope. Run away, don't get fired on. So they've got skirmishers in here, which is why they can see my my snipers are just kind of trying to hang out and have some fun. I need to wait for either their artillery to move up, or for their infantry. Yeah, right. I'll send them up to take a look up here. Who knows, I might find something interesting. checking the VP names. This is the Central Breastworks. So. Yeah, I mean, there were just skirmishers, so if I had like a triple cavalry comp, that actually could be kind of funny to just run in there and just murder some skirmishers early. Couldn't have known that ahead of time. I mean, maybe, because it did say, oh, this is Sheridan's cavalry. Let's take a look here. So he doesn't have, these aren't garrisoned. The AI is not going to have enough troops to actually garrison this. So maybe, if I can be cheeky, might be able to sneak around. Oh god, nope. What are you guys doing here? Yeah, run away. Alright, so they're here and they can actually reach from there. It's kind of annoying. I'll look for those cavalry if I can't bait something out. I got a few kills at least. See, like, I kind of want to push them in here, but I kind of don't. Because I know this is going to push phases on me. And they're going to get caught and murdered, so I'm just going to pull back preemptively. And put this on full speed. Just back off to here. There's no percentage in risking this unit further. Pull it back. Which is boring. And not very venturous. But, so be it. Just rest them. Get their condition back up. So if I pull them back here, their range actually gets a little minor. We must secure our left flank. Okay. Okay. The Federals are shifting their army towards Old Cold Harbor, and we are responding by reinforcing and fortifying our right flank near New Cold Harbor crossroads. Our left flank must be secured and pin down a large portion of their forces if we want our defense to be successful. So, we plan to attack and control the area near Shady Grove Road while their army is still on the move. Yep, okay. We currently hold the passage to Old Church Road, and we must defend it at all costs. The woods near Magnolia Swamp are threatening our left, and we must not allow the Federals to bring more forces there. Critten's division of Burnside's Corps is currently guarding this section of Shady Grove Road, and we must repulse him. Securing either Magnolia Woods or Shady Grove Road will force the Union reinforcements to deploy further to the east, allowing our own reinforcements to push forward and press their left. Oh, that's a mess. General, if we fail, our left flank will be vulnerable and we will have to withdraw. I don't have any troops for this. What are you guys doing to me? Oh my god, what is this? Okay, hold on. Okay, so I was right. You can either take one of the VPs on the right, or you can take one of the VPs on the left. Yeah, okay. That's great. So this was Magnolia and this was Shady Grove. Yeesh, I don't know about this. This is actually possible, I think. So if you just say screw it, and take this entire core and just push up. I think this is possible. I don't think it's smart, but I think it's possible. Alright, so these are marshes. That's ugly, so just don't even think about going through here. If you try to go through here, you have to break this. Alright, so if the map expands, you can see that there's defenses all along here as well. It's just horrible layered mess of defenses. Yeah, this is ugly. I kind of want to chance it, but I kind of don't. I don't know. So if they can get around into here, they flank this entire area. So you have to hold. You actually have to hold this. Okay. This is 1, 2, 3, 4 brigades are needed. And 1 artillery. Something like this, I think. Give him the easiest spot because he's got rivers and marshes. So let's put the second corps here. They have got the worst spot because they have to fight in enemies who might be in the woods. Put these guys down here like this. And ignore this because so long as I'm here, they're going to have a harder time. Like, they can push through here and flank. I don't think they will, though. And 1 here. And I'll put them in the fortification. But if the artillery looks like they're taking hits at them, then I'll have to pull them back further. And like this, I think. Yep. Okay, so up here. This is interesting. And as I said, you have to hold this or else they get basically a free walk through here. Because it's trees, this unit, and this unit's undersized. This unit can't stop them. I could also, if I wanted to not use an undersized unit, grab another bigger one instead. I don't really have anything. Do I? No, I don't have anything. Whereas if they try that here, they basically get a free shot because none of this is cover. So I'm not concerned about them trying it down here. Even here, I could conceivably give this up, but that's probably pushing it a little too close. Let's not do that. So the real question is whether it makes sense to get aggressive here. Basically, you would just go straight into the trees here and try and push them out. Don't think so. This core does not have... If I have to hold, I don't think this core has the firepower to do it. There's one unit here. they could go up and maybe mess around, have some fun, but I'll send the snipers up there just to take a look. But otherwise, I don't think it makes any sense to try and push for this. I don't think I can get an early end on this battle. So I don't think that makes any sense. This isn't like Gettysburg where you can just blitz one of the points and be like, yeah, alright, we win. So yeah. Alright. So we'll try this. Well, that's surprisingly even, but I suspect they're going to get some... We get them there just to take a look. Maybe. Maybe. These are howitzers. I only generally use howitzers, but this isn't... They're just... I'm not going to say they're wasting ammo, but this is not a great use of it. And there's some more of their forces coming in. Okay, pause. Yeah, I don't care about him. Wilcox's division of Burnside Corps is reinforcing the Yankees. I don't have my troops up there. See, if I was more aggressive, I would just keep... I would... oops, you're allowed to fire now. And in fact, pull you back ever so slightly there. If I was more aggressive, I would pull this unit up and around and get some real damage done. As it is, I don't think I want to fight them. I think I want to accept the damage that I've done to them, which is pretty decent. Pull back. Yeah. Nope, we're not fighting that. Pull back. They have cover here? Actually, they do have pretty safe cover. That's surprising. Right flank is under attack. The left flank is secured for now, but right's 6 Corps and Smith's 18 Corps are mobilizing to attack our right. We had time to build strong breastworks, so let them come and be butchered. Alright, so this is the main heart of it. So those are the prelims. This was about 40 minutes to an hour of recording. We'll call it here. Basically, as you saw, we've just basically sat in our defenses on the right. On the left, we probed out with some skirmishers, and we eliminated artillery brigade, and we're working on reducing another brigade. It shouldn't take too much longer. That's a win for that kind of low-level fighting, considering the numbers involved. Given that it was actually equal parity, I think that if I was a little more aggressive, I might have been able to get more down on the left flank. But, you know, based on where the reinforcements are, based on being conservative in terms of not losing the VP, I think that was fine. So we'll call it there. Thanks for watching.